feeling like sunshine, like springtime, like something's in the water and I'm taking a deep dive. I'm feeling so weightless, like I'm gonna make it, and nothing in the universe can take this. I can see it clearly now, nothing gonna bring me down. I got my head held high, I'm on my way, and I'm following the signs to my happy place.
Well, hi everybody, how are you? Oh my gosh. Well, not 5 minutes ago, about 7 minutes, I clicked something different and I got that infinity screen on a scene that had the books and I couldn't remember how to get myself out of it. So I panicked slightly, so I checked the other scenes and they were fine. Realized I'd done something on the screen share. And so I deleted that scene and just opened and unfortunately overlaid it. And hopefully I won't click anything weird. That's okay. Oh, how is everybody? I was just watching Brian. He was doing some wonderful pours. And before that, I watched... What did I watch before that? Oh, I think I watched Lone Fox do some decorating, and I watched, I was doing fiddly stuff, but yeah. Yes, Madonna sent in something, and hi, Linda, how are you? Tamara sent in something, so did Larry, and Tamara said, we went to the forest early this morning to go for a little walk. The clouds were so low, beautiful though, and it was just too wet. We would have gotten drenched. We would have gotten drenched. That's not fun. Oh my gosh, lots of Joeys. You'll have to take some pictures of that, Tamara, I swear. Oh my gosh, that would just be... Coming and photographing in your area would be such a treat. Such a treat. There's Larry. Yes, and Madonna's checking in. There, Linda, I want to take photos of the big male root, but the females are on heat, and he's very protective and dangerous. Oh, yeah, need a telephoto, obviously. And I'm just checking in with everybody talking. I'm going to move this over here so I can look and see right in front of me. The bucks. We've had, it's been a kind of a change in season here for our deer. We have had, since I moved in 2019, we've had a mom and a couple sisters and babies, and then they grew up, and then the babies and so it's been this kind of the same family. This year we found 3 on the beach dead. There's been but then there's some new ones coming along. I was over in another area and I saw some new babies, and it's better that they go through. I mean, where my sister lives on Treasure Island, they don't always get off the island as well as they should, and you get inbreeding, and Harstein has a terrible problem with Harstein, but Heron Island, oh my gosh, it has such a terrible problem with inbreeding of the deer, and they're just, it's just not good. So it's been that cycle of life. So we know there's been in some neighborhoods a bear sighted and a cougar sighted and all that stuff, and the coyotes have been having a great time. So everybody's getting the cycle through. And I just the other day saw a new young mom come through with a little one, and I was like, there's the new family coming into the neighborhood. There's Shelly. How are you? Nice to have you here. Yay! So sweet of you to tell everybody about this show when you're over on Brian's. So today, just so you know, on the Run-A show, it should go. I didn't get a chance to completely do things because I had that infinity screen, and I must confess, I sort of panicked because I can never remember how to get off that thing, and I know I know that there's a way, but I always just panic. Angie says hi. Hi, Angie. All right. Okay, I'm there on that with I'm going to move the comments back over there to that screen. So everybody, we had some beautiful stuff turned in. I want to get to that. I've got some, have you saw Sunday funnies again, funny books, funny goofy things. My art's not the funny stuff. I'd forgotten. I left it stuck to the wall over there. I did some dragonflies that were kind of fun. And I did some goofy little things, but I have some new pieces in infrared to show you. But and so everybody else, I'm going to check just one last second that's what I didn't get to do when I went into the full-fledged panic mode about that. And I'm going to just check. There's Larry's. He was the last one to come in. Nope, no other ones but Larry. There. Okay, got it. Got it. Got Madonna's, Tamara's, and Larry's. So, are you guys ready? It's sunny. It's gorgeous. I hope you're going to have a great. For Memorial Day, we're going to head to Sarah's. It's Ava's birthday, her granddaughter, and so she's having us over for burgers and birthday. I'm going to keep kind of a bit of a watch on her. She's they put her back on the Benzenzio at a much lower dosage, and it's not good at all. So, yeah, it's the next struggle to get through. So, keeping our fingers crossed, everything. Yeah. Anyway, but are you ready for some fun and Sunday funnies? It doesn't feel like Sunday to me. It really doesn't. I'm all kind of out of whack on days and everything, and but that's okay. And I woke up early this morning, not tired at all. Like I woke up at 5:45, ready to go. And I've been kind of going full tilt since. So I have a feeling I'm going to crash in about 2 hours. It'll run out. So anyway, here we go. You ready? I think so. We're talking about the deer. Yeah. And you know, you've heard my talk about Yellowstone, about what happened in Yellowstone when they took and had almost eradicated the wolves from Yellowstone. What happened to Yellowstone in the years that the wolves weren't there is that the elk and the deer and the pronghorns, the population grew so much that the grazing went crazy, and it actually altered the way the rivers were going and all kinds of stuff. So when the wolves were reintroduced, that balance has just started to come back, and the rivers are starting to get back to where they're supposed to be, and everything, and the grazing is better, and the balance between how many elk and the pronghorns and the buffalo and all of that stuff, it's just a much better balance. Yeah, those wolves are wonderful. Anyway, Larry did say something. It was very pretty. It's very pretty. Although I don't quite know where that old marina is. You're going to have to tell us. You slept in today, got up at 7:30. I was on my creative work hour by 7:30. I was already following rabbit holes all over the place by that time of the morning. And it's been that kind of a day. Armadillos? Oh, armadillos are, oh, yeah, Madonna. Where are you, Madonna? I'm going to have to come see it because I want to photograph armadillos. I really do. Anyway, I'll stop babbling and let's get going to this. My problem. Sorry. I must have muted. Thank you. I saw that. Woohoo. I goofed. All right. Let's see. Oops. There we go. There we go. Phew. Thank you. Ha. All right. So back, and it's unlock it and make it bigger. Why does it do that? Okay. Lock it and then go back to this. Go. Oops. Whoa. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Nope, it wasn't you. Did I? Yes, I accidentally muted myself. Duh. I did that. So, like I said, on this one, I don't know what kind of cactus it is, but the green part turns out really bright white. Nope, just me. This one is what's called a ICM, intentional camera movement. So it's an abstract that I did. I intentionally moved the camera in such a way to try to get these organ pipe cactus to do this. And it's kind of fun. And then the last one is kind of crazy dramatic, but I kind of like it. It's a little busy in some ways, but just the way it comes off with the streaks in the hills or in the clouds, and then just the change in textures are just something. Anyway, those are my newest infrared from starting to go through, finally getting a chance to spend some time editing. Yeah, anyway, I made the commitment today to a new storage system that's going to be like a kind of like a RAID system. So I'm going to, but not quite as elaborate as a massive RAID, but a little RAID. So it'll back up everything, make dual copies. So anyway, that's that. Now I'm going to go to, here we have. And I'm going to move, oops, there. At Titlow. So, Larry, you'll have to tell me where Titlow is. Is that down by... I mean, am I looking south in this picture, or am I looking north? You guys won't know this because you're not from this area, but I'm curious. No sound again. What happened? Oh, why is this doing this? Is that better? Now do you hear me again? What is going on? It says it's sounding right. Okay. Sound is back. Something's going on with my... Anyway, so Larry, again, the bottom of 6th Avenue. Oh! Okay. Okay. I'll have to go. Is 5 by 5? What's sound by 5 by 5 mean? Is it not loud enough? Is it? Sounds like it's loud enough there. If I go output loud, okay. Well, we'll try make it bigger sound. Anyway, yes, another one of Larry's watercolors. So pretty. So pretty. Really captured the color of our evergreen and our water up here. It's really pretty. Okay, that's going down there. All right, here and there. Okay, so Madonna. She says the florals are watercolor greeting cards, 4x6, and let me go. First one's first. Come on. Okay, there. Why is it not showing? Okay, what happened here? Hang on, Madonna, because yours are here, and they're right in front of me, but they're not showing up. Why are they not showing up? You got that. Oh. I know why. Here, we'll do this. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ha ha ha. I had you locked, so I couldn't make any changes. All right. It's the day like that. See, I should never get up before 6 a.m. All right. So this is watercolor 4x6 watercolor greeting cards. This one. Such a pretty iris. I love the shadows and the shading on it. Really nice. You use invisible paint. Yeah. You guys are so good for me. Oh, look at that. A daffodil. How cool is that? So pretty. Okay. And then her next one is this one. It looks like a rhododendron, or maybe? So pretty. And then this last one is an American flag, which is perfect for Memorial Day. It is done in macrame that she knotted herself from a kit, and then she knotted it, did it. So cool. Oh, I wonder if macrame is kind of like riding a bike, that you don't ever really forget how to do it, but you don't do it as well when you're older. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love them. Very cool. Okay. Now, good job, Madonna. And this is Tamara's. So Tamara said, you know, I did that book on Yayoi Kusama the other day, the lady in the spots with the dots. She says, I was very inspired by Yayoi Kusama back in 1990s and did lots of dot paintings and drawings and paintings. Bubbles is acrylic on canvas piece. It was 3 feet by 2 feet, and it belongs to someone else now. The piece took a few months to finish. As you can see, it has zillions of dots. You painted all those? I mean, yeah. Wow. Okay. Like, you've been a famous artist for a while. Woohoo, you guys. Tamara, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really cool. And I like it that it meant you brought something in with the book that I read on Yayoi Kusama. That's right, Kusama. Such an interesting woman. And that you were inspired by her, I can see. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. And then her next set I have up here, this. Invisible paint tube. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to put this up because she said, Tamara Biss said, I've been toying with the idea, while feeling a strong need, to try using more color for the Einstein piece. I'm sending the original piece along with 2 samples. I used just 1 sheet of the watercolor paper for the background on the new pieces, just to play around with this idea. The difference between the 2 is slight, and the background is flipped upside down to get some variation. So she's wanting some feedback on what y'all think. Leave Einstein as is or give it more color, interest with color. I like all 3, she says. Okay, so we'll cut out what she says here, take that out, and then we will bring the first piece up. And this is the original Einstein piece. If I'm right. If I'm wrong, Tamara, smack me upside the head. Okay, I think that that's the original. Okay, you guys got it in your head? Now we'll take this and we'll go with this one. And then take that one, and then the other one that she has, this one. Let me get me out of the way. Hear me talk. I'm going to move myself back over here. So the one on the left-hand side, which is, let's see if I can do this. Nope. That side with you guys, I think. When the blue is on the bottom like this, it's kind of like like water, like it's that soothing, sitting in water kind of wrapped, and it's, to me, it's water is to me is very grounding because I'm just a water person. The one on the right, when it's turned the other way, with the way the yellow is, it's like light coming out of the head, and it's like this explosion of light and brightness and into the sky, and the blue becomes part of the sky. I'm actually, I don't know anybody else, but I'm liking the one on the right because oh gosh, it reminds me of this meditation my friend Ann did with it, when we would imagine our bodies being a crystal clear vessel, and a shaft of light came down and filled us and started from our toes and would cleansing and clearing all the way up, and then it flew out the top of our head, and we reached out and grabbed what we needed and brought it back. And yeah, anyway, that's that shaft of light coming through, and to me, that's two different, very, very different feels. I think you could probably do both of them. Yeah, okay. So, hate having to choose one. I love them both. Yeah, you know, the thing is that they tell two different. It just goes to show what how important the background is and can be. That they tell two different stories, completely different stories. Like the one on the left, for me, it's like I said, that grounding, but that warmth coming out of her skin and out of her face. The one on the right is almost like enlightenment with the with going out through the top of her head and this and that. It's just, oh, I will do both on posters. Yay! That's a good idea. Yay! Oh my gosh, you guys. So, for everybody all around, let's have a big round of applause for everyone. Okay. So, I keep checking my sound right there. I'm like, okay, is it still on? Am I still on? Explain your signature. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Adrian and Larry both like the one on the left. I'll have to ask Bob, and I'll let you know. I have no idea which one he would like. It'll be interesting. Huh. Yes, you guys are amazing. Very, very amazing. Yay. Stefanski. Oh, okay. So, stories tonight. If you saw on the opening, it had right on. So, and I talked about fairy tales. Tonight I've got, we've been looking at Melissa Street's things and the artwork that she done. And I've got a book that I've had on Libby for a while, and I have to read it because it's just too cute. Plus it has to go back. And I just thought, we're such a creative group of people, and in so many different ways that some of us paint or draw, some of our photographers, some of us do the art pouring, we different kind of things. But I remember Helen was always writing and sending in poetry, and we did that at some time. And this is called Little Red Writing, and it's kind of a little twist on Little Red Riding Hood, but it's kind of fun. It's pretty fun. I think you're gonna like it. So let me get it set, and to the right, Art from Her Heart. I think this is the right page. Nope, that's not the right one. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay. Show. Google Chrome. That's what I wanted to do. Just wasn't showing what it was supposed to show. There we go. See? My Rena show is just one night when I have panic and things are going crazy. Oh, well, it's you guys, and you're fine with this. So, Little Red Writing Hood by Joan Hullab and pictures by Melissa Street. And why is that thing? Tell me you can still hear me, guys. There. Stop that. Okay. Here we go. Little Red Writing Hood. Come on. There. Pencil School News. Today we celebrate Write On Day. What's your story? National Pencil Day is March 30th. I missed. So here they come. Ready to cross? Look both ways. No scribbling. Once upon a time, in pencil school, a teacher named Miss Two told her class, "Today we are going to write a story." "Yippee!" said the birthday pencil. "Slammin'," said the basketball pencil. Let me get this bigger for you guys. "Sharp," said Little Red. Miss Two gave Little Red a basket of 15 red words. to use in case she ran into trouble. I want to write a happy story, said the birthday pencil. I'm going to do a nonfiction story about the great state of Pennsylvania, said the state pencil. I'm going to write about sports, said the basketball pencil. I want to write a story about bravery because red is the color of courage, but what would a brave little pencil do? Wondered Little Red. Go on a journey through the school, meet unusual characters, fight evil, save the day. Remember, it's okay to wander a little, but stick to your basic story path so you don't get lost. Oh, okie doke, said Little Red. Little Red opened her notebook and began. Once there was a brave red pencil who went on a journey. As she walked along, walking is boring. She wanted her story to be exciting. She went to the gym and was quickly drawn into the action. She bounced. She boogied. She cartwheeled right off the page into a deep, dark, descriptive forest. Descriptions add pizzazz to any story. But Little Red was bogged down, hindered, lost. She reached into her word basket for help. Aha! Scissors! I need to cut through all this description and stick to the story path. Need help sticking to the story path? Well, you have come to the right place, Pencil, said a voice from the supply closet. 'Cause I'm full of words that have stick-to-itiveness. They'll stick up for you and stick by you, but they aren't stuck up like that tape guy down there. Little Red squeezed the bottle. Oh, too many glue words came out. So that is how she found herself writing a sentence that would not end, but just kept going and going and running on, and although it had no purpose, yet it would not get out of her story or say anything important, so she was glad when a helpful word arrived suddenly and brought some friends. Suddenly, abruptly, surprisingly, she heard a strange sound, which she decided required all capitals and rather large punctuation. It was in the middle of her story, where something exciting should happen, and it did. That growly sound chased her. Abandoning all rules of punctuation and sentence structure in her panic to escape, Little Red began running on and on and on and on, and she grabbed random nouns from her word basket, tossing them out to fill up the chasm, the blank space of nothingness, which was all that stood between her and the grr. When hooray, finally at the last page, she was full and she could leave, and the horrid word sound behind, and to go to the next page. But as the page turned, Little Red couldn't help noticing a long, tangly tail disappear around the corner. Was that tail up to no good? A truly brave pencil would follow it to find out, she thought. She decided to tail that tail and wound up trailing it around the entire page of her story. Eventually, it led her all the way to the next page and went into the principal's office. Principal Granny office. Pencil school rules. When in doubt, see something, say something, help others. Little Red knocked on the door. "Come in," said a growly voice. "Greetings, little pencil. Great to see you," said Principal Granny. Little Red was suspicious. I'd like to report hearing a growly voice, and you know what? It sounded a lot like yours. "The better to be heard on the school intercom," said Principal Granny. "I'd also like to report that I saw a long, tangly tail. I can't help noticing that you have a long, tangly tail, too." The better to get charged up for my school duties when my batteries are running low. I'd also like to report I have just noticed that you have big, sharp teeth. "The better to chomp little pencils like you to grind them up," growled Principal Granny. Hang on. Growled Principal Granny, who really was the Wolf 3000, the grumpiest, growliest, grindiest pencil sharpener ever made. Oh no! Just as the Wolf 3000 began to chase Little Red, in walked Mr. Woodcutter, the janitor. "Who made this mess?" "Help!" cried Little Red. "I think the Wolf 3000 has sharpened Principal Granny into smithereens." Mr. Woodcutter fainted. It was up to Little Red to stop the Wolf 3000's rampage. She reached into her word basket. There was only one red noun left. Would it do the trick? She took aim and threw. Kablooey! Phew! That was a close shave. Good thing that brave little pencil came along to save the day, said Mr. Woodcutter. Luckily, Principal Granny was all right, though her life had been somewhat shortened by her experiences with the Wolf 3000. I really wasn't really brave. I was scared, said Little Red. Even heroes get scared, but they do brave deeds anyway. You're a hero in my book, replied Principal Granny. Little Red zoomed back to her classroom just in time to hear the other pencils sharing their stories they had written. Oh, look at that. And that's the story of the happiest birthday party ever. The Adventures of the Wright Brothers. The artist challenged them to draw. The first patent for a pencil with an eraser was issued in Philadelphia. He was a very tall when the Dinotheopencilus roamed the earth. Then Pencil and Gretel ate all the candy. We wrote a story together using teamwork. Get a grip, said the pencil. And then it was her turn. Once there was a brave red pencil. Good job, Little Red. Right on. The end. Careful, book edge ahead. So Joan Holub has hundreds of pencils, she said. Some are red, others are glittery, sporty, or full of holiday cheer. They are super sharp and good at writing books. They've helped Joan write more than 130 books, including Zero the Hero and Knuckleheads. Luckily, her pencils can stand on their heads because she does a lot of erasing along the way. She lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, and you can find out more at her website. And Melissa Sweet, of course, has illustrated more than 100 children's books, including A River of Words and Balloons Over Broadway. She used 17 HB pencils in creating this book and saves all her pencil stubs. She lives in Rockport, Maine. See all of her books at melissasweet.net. I know, it's a great one. It's so fun to see. I got it. I have it on Libby, so that's great. Okay, let me go back to here so I can switch to get ready for the next one. I've gotten a little bit smarter on this, on how I do it. I don't make a separate scene for each one. I just go back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, yeah, Granny's voice kind of got me there. Hey, Angie, yay. Coming over here. So the Wolf 3000, I know. You know, pencil sharpeners. Oh my God. The pencil sharpeners at school were the bane of our existence as teachers. I tell you, you could put a kid on pencil sharpening duty and he could destroy, or she could destroy an entire classroom's worth of pencils in a short amount of time because they grind and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind. Oh man. And then there's a book called Joey Pigs Has Swallowed the Key that is a chapter book. Oh my gosh. And Joey has an incident with a pencil sharpener in that book. I might have to find that book sometime and just share part of the book because it's an awesome book. It was written at a time before there had been a lot of work done with kids with ADHD or kids that might have had Tourette's, and there was not a lot of support in schools for them, and they were often sent away and they weren't understand. And Joey has a full out, and it's a kind of book that when I would read it every year to my students, the kids would go, I know how Joey feels. I used to feel that way before this, or I used to feel that way before that. And oh my gosh, and I feel that way. It's a great, Joey Pigs Has Swallowed the Key. Oh my God, it's a great book. Pencil sharpeners, yes. Yeah, so now I have a pencil. I used to buy special pencil sharpeners so that the kids wouldn't have that problem. Oh my gosh. Because the grind ones, not so great. Okay. The next twist on a fairy tale is called Once Upon a Goat. Yep, Once Upon a Goat. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Oh, too big for you. Can't see all of it. There we go. Once Upon a Goat by Dan Richards and Eric Barclay. I was drawing little pictures. I think why I chose this one is because I was drawing little pictures from my Draw Cute Animals book like that last night. And it was just fun. Okay. There's the goat eating the end paper. I love it. So, puns on words, get ready. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, a king and queen wished for a child. Come on, turn. Oh, there. Yes, but where would we put it? Asked the king. Oh, next to the vase on the hearth. Naturally, said the queen. Or beside the roses in the garden, said the king. Oh, yes, perfect, agreed the queen. One day, a fairy godmother stopped by for a visit. Tell me what you want. Oh, tell me what you desire, she asked. We'd like to start a family, said the king. Well, we're not particular, said the queen. Glowing skin, bright eyes, and hair like ocean waves should do. Said the fairy godmother. A boy would be great, said the king, but any kid will do. Of course, said the fairy godmother. Look on your doorstep when the moon is full. Well, at the next full moon, the king and the queen ran to the door. Let it be a boy, said the king. With hair like ocean waves, said the queen. Bah, said the goat. I wanted a baby, cried the queen. Oh, it's my fault, wailed the king. I said any kid would do, but I never meant this. Reluctantly, the king and queen brought the little beast into their home. Look on the bright side, said the king. We can still hold it like a baby. It has a goatee, replied the queen. Well, we won't need to change diapers. Oh, that's disgusting, replied the king. At least it loves my royal roses, said the king. That's it. It has to go, commanded the queen. I guess we're better off now. Oh, they put it outside, said the queen sadly. A stand had to be taken. For the roses, replied the king. Of course, said the queen. That night, it rained hard. It's not our fault we were given a goat, said the queen. Not our fault at all, said the king. And yet, I wonder if we're doing the right thing to leave the little fellow out on such a blustery night. Clearly he lacks the good sense to find shelter. I suppose we could let him come in for just to dry off for a bit. He looks hungry, said the king. Maybe we should share a nibble or two from our meal. It's late. We can hardly send him away now, said the queen. He shall have to stay in our room for the night. It's only for the night, said the king. One night turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Oh. Before long, the fairy godmother returned for a visit. How is everything? Wonderful, said the king and queen. Perfect. May I see the child? Isn't he darling, said the king. A blessing, said the queen. You must be joking, said the fairy godmother. It's a goat. Well, you left him on our doorstep when the moon was full, just as you said. Oh. Uh-oh, said the fairy godmother. I'll be back. Oh, dear. This is for the best, really. My sincere apologies for the misunderstanding. I'll just return the goat, and that will be that. Oh, wait, said the queen. Perhaps there is an alternative, said the king at last. Oh, yes, I see your point, said the fairy godmother. Well, said the king, not exactly the family we wished for. No, replied the queen, better. And that's that one. Let's see if it says anything about these two. Let's see if I can get it big enough so I can read it. Dan Richards is a graduate of the University of Washington Writing for Children program. Yay! Where he wrote his debut picture book, The Problem with Not Being Scared of Monsters. He is also the author of the picture books, The Problem with Not Being Scared of Kids, and Can One Balloon Make an Elephant Fly? And the middle grades novel Stu Truly. All right, and he lives in Bothell, Washington. And Eric Barclay is a former goat owner and the author illustrator of Hiding Phil and several other books. I can hardly read this, it's so small. He lives in Texas with his wife, 2 daughters, 1 dog, 2 cats, and several fish. All right. Okay. So, all right. Now, I have a question for you all. Linda will know. Did I ever read Skippy John Jones in Mummy Trouble to you? In Mummy Trouble? Yes, no. I have it checked out to read to you guys. I didn't know these were, and if you had time, I'd read another one for fun. But I can't remember if I've already read Mummy Trouble to you, where he goes into this closet in Old Egyptito. Somebody tell me. I have read it. Okay. All right. So I won't, unless you want me to. I could read it again, but otherwise we can always head on out. So let me see the votes. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Head out. Otherwise, we're saying. So, fun story. I believe you did. Just read it again, please. Okay. She says, just read it again. All right. This one. You know, these I can read pretty easily. Skippy John Jones in Mummy Trouble. Here we go. Yeah. Skippy John Jones did his very best thinking outside the box. And this twisted his mama's whiskers tighter than a Texas tornado. Hey, you, Mr. McPoo, said Mama Junebug Jones. Just what do you think you're doing? Mr. McPoo didn't say boo. He was too busy reading. Hey, little digger, I'm talking to you, said Mama, scooping up her boy. A pyramid outside the litter box will never, ever do. Then she saw his magazine. National Geographic, mused Mama. And the curse of the cat, Mummy? Why, this will give you nightmares, boy, with an upset tummy, too, plus a puffy tale of the grandest scale. This story is taboo. But Skippy John Jones was in no mood to listen to his mama, so he skedaddled into his room. Oops. For a really good bounce on his big boy bed. He bounced once. He bounced twice. Wrong side. And the third time he bounced, he said, "Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones, and I do love my mummy. But if I don't bounce, I get nuts in my tummy." "Hoy, Smokito!" exclaimed Skippy John Jones. "I know you," he said to the doggy in the mirror. "Your ears are too big for your head. Your head is too big for your body. You are not a Siamese cat." And then Using his very best Spanish accent, he added, "You are still the big Chihuahua dude, the whole enchilada." And they just might like enchiladas in Egypt, thought Skippy. So the kitty boy donned his mask and cape and began to sing in a muy soft voice. "Oh, my name is Skippito Frisquito, and I'm off to see old Egyptito. My chicos insist, and I dare not resist a chance to go meet a momito." In the meantime, his little sisters, Jezebel, Jillyboo, and Jujubee, rolled into his room with a plan of their own. But the kitty boy was deep inside his closet on his way to ancient Egypt. And paddling down the river Nile, who should sail right past but a kooky crocodile, and hunkered down on his lumpy bumpy back were all his old amigos, the chimichangos pass. "A donde vas?" called Skippito. "We are going to the undermundo," answered the chihuahuas. "Not to the underwear," exclaimed Skippito. No, said the Puchitos. "You silly little beast, to the underworld, where momitos rest in peace." "Peas?" exclaimed Skippito. "Who wants to sleep in peas?" "We do," said the doggies. "We hear they are to die for." "You mean they are better than the frijoles?" asked Skippito. "Oh, sí. Mucho mejor, señor," said Piquito Tito. "Vámonos," said Skippito. "What are we waiting for?" But then Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones, spoke up. "Hold your ponies, Pepito. To get to the undermundo, we first have to answer the riddle of the Finks." "Oh, but I'm not good at riddles," said Skippito. "No problema," said Piquito Tito. "You have a muy big brain." And then they set forth from the Rio Nile to find the Finks. The muchachos began to sing, "Skippy, Skippo, Skippito, we have only one chancerito to pass by the Finks, so don't be a jinx, just answer the riddle dum-dito." The muchachos arrived at 4 o'clock sharp, but the Finks had been waiting forever. "Don't let the gato get your tongue, dude," said Don Diego. "What cat where?" asked Skippito. "That cat there," said the perritos, pointing to the Finks. Oh, but before they could say anything, oops. They could say anything. The great Finks spoke.
"Whose ears are too big for his head? Who loves to go bounce on his bed? Who creeps on all fours through his own closet doors into the land of the dead?"
Skippito knew the answer to the riddle, but he was so nervous he coughed up a little fur ball. "You call that an answer, dude?" said Don Diego.
"The answer!"
bellowed the Finks. So with his permission, the perritos were free to pass to the tomb of King Rootin' Tootin' Kitten Kabootin'. And when they finally reached the pyramid, the doggies burst into song and dance. "Oh, see, oh, say, Osiris, our boy has a touch of the virus. He coughed up a ball, so the Finks made a call, and now it's inscribed on papyrus." But when Skippito saw how dark it looked in the pyramid, he began to feel queasy. "My tummy hurts," he groaned, "and my tail is getting puffy too." But his chicos would not comfort him. They just wanted their peas, por favor. "Are you not El Skippito Frisquito, the great sword fighter?" asked Piquito Tito. "Sí," declared Skippito. "That is me." "Then do your duty, dog," commanded Don Diego. Oh, so Skippito drew in a deep breath and dove into the darkness of the musty old tomb, chanting, "Peace, por favor, peace, por favor, peace, por favor." He rocketed through the vault like a fur-covered comet until suddenly, smackito, Scapito hit a wall and knocked himself out cold. Soon after, 3 goddesses emerged from the shadows to prepare the kitty boy for his journey to the Undermundo.
"First we shall salt and pepper him," said Ba, the first goddess, "and sprinkle him with lucky charms,"
said Da, the second one.
"To wrap him and roll him and bundle him tight,"
said Bing, the third goddess.
"and blow him a kiss and say nighty-night."
Then the trio rolled and wrapped the wrapped cat down the ramp into the king's burial chamber. Across the room stood the 4,000-year-old sarcophagus of King Rootin' Tootin' Kitten Kabootin'. And just as they were about to deliver El Scapito Mamito, he rolled right into the feet of the oldie moldy mummy.
Bada bing!
Moaned the king as he stretched out his paws.
I need to rest in peace.
"Peace!" screamed El Scapito Mamito, waking up in a flash. And quicker than you can say mummies, bumps, and measles, he grabbed 2 potfuls of peas and hightailed it home. When Los Chimichangos saw El Scapito Mamito come rolling out of the pyramid, they went into a real tailspin. Then all the doggies began to chant, "Green chicharro's hot, green chicharro's cold. The best chicharros in the world are those Scapito holds." Whew. But El Scapito Mamito was too scared to slow down, so he just chucked the peas at his chicos and kept right on running. Straight into the arms of his mummy. "What's the matter, Fuzzy Bug?" asked Mama Junebug Jones. Skippy John Jones looked back over his shoulder to see the 3 spirits were still chasing him. "Bada bing!" he wailed, dropping the last of the peas. Then 3 giggling goddesses raced into the room after Scapito with their puppets and a roll of toilet paper.
"We're going to wrap you and roll you and bundle you tight," they sang, "and check you for cooties, then kiss you goodnight."
That night, Skippy John Jones was bouncing on his big boy bed.
"No mummies in my closet, no mummies in my bed, no mummies in my bookcase, no mummies in my head."
And just before he closed his eyes, the kitty boy checked his room one more time for mummies. And the only one that he saw was his own.
"I love you, Mummy," said Skippy John Jones.
"I love you too, Bunny Boots," said Mama Junebug. "Now go to sleep, por favor." And that is Skippy John Jones in mummy trouble. All right. Hi, LSP, the Freckle-Faced Artist. I see book characters at work. Yes, that's us. That's us. Yes, that's me. All right, you guys. That was the last. Skippy John can never be read too many times. So if I probably read it, I'm sure, in the full year when I did that. But some people are new and have not heard that. And I couldn't go back through and find where I had, on what day I had read that. What, was it 252? Was it 357? Was it 129? Who knows where I read Skippy John Jones in Mummy Trouble, but I did again, and I hope you liked it. Well, amazing art tonight. Again, let's have another round of applause for all the artists tonight. So next Sunday, story and art again for send your stuff in that you've been working on. Even take pictures of what ideas are. If you've got writing too to share, that would be cool. Want to see? I love that Tamara sent in things that she's working on and wants our feedback on, and other fun stuff. Thanks, you guys, for your input on the infrared. I appreciate that. Skippy John Jones is one of my favorite, Tamara, to read. It's really, really. So LSB Freckleface welcome. We have, let's hang on. Somebody new here. We have, let's see, what can I do? What can I do? Oh, that's not very big. Let's see. Oh, air horn. You guys careful. Yay! New! Someone new. First time here. Yeah. I got a message from Pieces of Tara Artistry because, I went to Fluid Art Experience and I went to her winter class. Tara listened in on one of the shows and she was like, oh my gosh. It was funny. So you guys, be back Thursday with some stories. I still have a stack over there, but I also have a stack in my Libby that are not due for a while. And I have one that I'm going to show you that will be, it might be a fun one to have a writing thing that you write what you think the story is, because it's a wordless book. And I just want to show you the art on that one and let you see how the artist used the color and the art for that wordless book. So I'll show you that on Thursday. Plus I have another couple books to read. So, but this was so much fun. Thank you so much for putting up with the up and down and for reminding when I kept muting myself. What was with that? And see, the little thing has gone orange again. I don't understand why it's doing that. Behave, sure. It's just being wackadoo. Anyway, it was wonderful to have the tribe all here and have you guys, and you like the stories. Never tire, Skippy John Jones. I will, so my signature so you can see, or Gretchen can do a close-up. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, I would love that, Tamara. Send it up for that. So next Sunday we can look at that, different kind of things. It's always interesting to see how people come to their signatures. Most of my signatures, when I do things, are my initials are always in lowercase. So GWS, which is, yeah. So it'd be fun to see that and see what they did. Anyway, you guys, this has been a blast. I've kept you much longer than I expected to, but that was, all right, a Twisted Fairy Tales, Little Red Writing, and Once Upon a Goat. So it's that twist on fairy tales is always so funny. There's always so many different kinds that they do. Little Red Riding Hood does get a lot of variations done because it's just a good one to do. But I think Melissa Sweet did a wonderful job on the illustrations to bring that whole story together in such a way that just celebrates National Pencil Day. I love that. All right, you guys. Until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you, but the first place you'll find it is if you go look in the mirror. And I'll see you Thursday night, same time, more stories.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds.
Thank you.
Right. We won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard.
Oh, yay, that's right. It's the start of Tamara's Day. Start of my week. That is so, love this way to start off my week.
I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. You want to be famous.
Alice P, thanks for coming in. I don't know your first name, otherwise I would say good nights personally. Night Madonna, night Linda, Camera, Lori, and Gail. Lupe, if you're hanging out, see you next time, Helen. Ooh, apples for the teacher. Mermaids and apples.
I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool.
Monday. Cameras in the future.
Drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be
Oh, I will.
We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous.
Do that.
We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead